And here comes the Lootsicles. I mean, they didn't really have any loot there. The Castaway, no, not Castaway, Ashen's chest 2. Oh, yeah, I thought that, I swear to God, I thought that was a chest of Wanderer's Secrets then. I was about to lose my but no, it's the Reaper's chest, of course it is. Oh, Jesus Christ! Hey, you beautiful buccaneers, Falcore here. So with any online game that has story-driven content, the developers always run into a problem with the community and how the player base perceives the passage of time. So, Sea of Thieves is an online world where everyone can experience everything the game has to offer in one setting, and it's all happening all the time, at the same time. However, if the game was not a multiplayer game, most of the things we do would have been done once or a few times and then never return. As an example, let's say that once someone defeated the Flameheart ghost ships, it never returned again. It would be marvelous for the person who defeated them having the world first and all that and, you know, saving the world, but then nobody else would be able to experience them. This is why they keep respawning. It's not because Flameheart is a tryhard and keeps coming back and back and back, it's because if he didn't, we'd have nothing to do. From our perspective, we are completing these events and voyages over and over again, because that is the way the game is structured. But the truth is, from a story perspective, they only ever happen once. Each of the forts only happened once. Flameheart ghost ships only happened once. The Ashen Lords only happened once. It's a problem that a lot of multiplayer games have with online worlds. It's very hard to bring a linear storyline to a non-linear environment. They just don't mix together very well. A few MMOs have tackled this subject by having merged worlds. World of Warcraft, for example, had a system where if you defeated a certain quest, the rampage of your deeds would be seen for yourself, but not those who didn't do the quest. Now that's a very cool idea, but in an action-adventure game like Sea of Thieves, it just wouldn't work. Let's use the ghost ships again as an example. Let's say you defeated the ghost ship event, and for you, they would never spawn again, as from your perspective, you vanquished Flameheart. That would be pretty awesome from a story perspective, but when another player who has yet to complete them joins the server, Flameheart would not spawn from your perspective. So you just see a ship sailing around firing cannons for no reason. Not to mention the fact that if all world events were a one playthrough system like this, you'd be left with nothing to do. A bit like when the game first came out. Now, let's imagine that Sea of Thieves was never a multiplayer game, and was actually released as a single-player game. How would this look, and how would it play out? First of all, the game would be a quest and completion-driven game, much like Assassin's Creed or the Fallout series. You'd spawn in and probably have a really elaborate cutscene about strange fortifications being built around the world, marked on the horizon with skull clouds. You'd get a mission to defeat all of these forts. Once vanquished, they would never return. But then rumors of a strange beast in the waters would surface, and you'd be sent on a mission to defeat it. However, you then learn it was not the only one, and would have to defeat all of its siblings, apart from this one because it's the figment of pathological liars. Once defeated, they also never return. Then you would get word of skeleton ships being spotted around the world and would go on an adventure to defeat them. Upon defeat, they would also never return again, and you would be sent a message to travel to a new outpost in a place we have never seen before, called Morrow's Peak. Once there, you'd, I don't know, get hit by some volcanic rocks and think, this quest sucks, and then never return. It would be at this point that you are sent on the first epic Tall Tale story, ending in the defeat of the Gold Hoarder. Once you saved the world and got your Star Wars ending, you'd be sent to Shipwreck Bay to speak with a ghost, and then in the process summon a new evil, Flameheart. Once summoned, he would begin his attack with his astral ghost ships. You'd be sent on a mission to defeat them, and once they are gone, they are gone. But then someone sends you on a mission to see that daft woman at Morrow's Peak again, and she tells you that Flameheart is certainly not gone, and he has teamed up with Stitcher Jim. So off you go back to that terrible quest area and the Heart of Fire, where Flameheart smack talks you for a while, and upon completion, he gets really mad and summons his Ashen Lords. You are sent on a quest to defeat all 4 of them, and then once done, well, you're all caught up. I realize I left out the Ford of the Damned and the whole Reaper's hideout thing, but the point I'm trying to make is, our pirates, or rather the characters that we operate, perceive the world this way. When our pirates take down Flameheart or finish a fort, for them it is the first time they have done it, and once done, they never return. Sure, our pirates suffer from short-term memory loss, but you get my point. The only reason why these events keep spawning is because if they didn't, we'd be left with nothing to do. The developers need to push these events as much as they can, and keep them running alongside each other in order to keep player retention. It's an important thing to remember when you approach the game with just the story in mind. Even though you've killed the Flameheart Ghost Ship event 50 times, from your pirate's perspective, and more importantly the story's perspective, once his fleets are vanquished, you did it. You're the hero. You saved the entirety of Sea of Thieves. Now return to the outpost for a hero's welcome. Well, fuck.